What is up?
What's up, Wes?
I think we
Are
might
you,
have
are
a
you-
secondary producer in the back that maybe got a little quick draw with the trigger. So we got to get the gremlins
It
worked
only
out.
has a nice fade to it. That was a little bit like shut her down, huh?
Yeah, we do, man. Look, we got a
Losing the
temp
fade.
team in the night. Look, it's not going to be maybe the best. Just work with us and look,
This
rate
is
the
a patch
song.
job.
Don't rate the dismount. Can we get a rate the song on that? What do you guys think?
Man,
Remember, we're playing with some
it's a
mixed music.
borderline DQ, is what it is.
In track, a false start, you're done for the whole meet.
I don't
So-
see anything above a 6 happening. We probably should just skip the rating tonight.
Yeah, that was John. I will take an 8.2, brother. I felt like that was a
I'm
solid
feeling generous.
6.7. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to block out the dismount. I know you're not really supposed to like weigh too heavy on it, but I mean, it was just so I just feel like somebody's going to take it into play where they're trying. Wes, welcome back. We missed you last week.
Dude, it feels good to be back.
And I will say, man, I feel like you've harnessed your inner Michael J. Fox, bringing back the 80s, with the back to the vest. Then you got the vest going on.
Man,
What the
Well,
hell?
I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
Come off a chip or something?
right now, I feel pretty fucking self. I mean, I don't know whether to get off the screen now because now you got me. Do I unclothe? Do I take the vest off?
No, man. It's a compliment. It's a great thing.
No, we've already got this out there. I feel weird, to be honest.
I feel attacked.
I really do, man. I don't appreciate you calling it out because I was going to try to ease it in there.
Man, I feel like you got a pretty hip Mississippi thing going on with the distress hat going on. Man, I like it, man. It's a good look for you. I like it.
I like how you built me back up there. See, guys,
man, I don't want to lose my out on the turkey hunt. All right, look, man, I don't want to piss in my Wheaties.
I'll save you a bird, but no, brother, I had to. What I found out is if you go buy new trucks, you win. Is that a world championship in San Antonio? Did we get this started again?
I mean, it might as well be. There were 8 international teams, and there's a lot more world championships that don't have 8 international teams there. So I guess really all they got to do is add it to the title. But yeah, man, might as well be. There's over 300 teams. Come on.
I'm calling it a world championship because I think he deserves it. I give him a hard time, but I love busting his ass. So we're going world championship. So my point of it is,
I think we ought. I haven't won it yet, but I plan on it. And you know what? As soon as I win it, I'm going to call it a world championship. So we might as well do it now, right?
Bro, everything is a world championship. But my point is, if you get a new truck, you win a world championship, right? So that's what I did.
I forgot, man. The truck broke down. He almost won, but you get a new truck and you win. Maybe that's the gig.
You guys earmark this. What episode are we on right now? I done lost.
And like 500. Like
it's at least 501. So on episode 501, you guys I went and got a new truck. That's why I put on my finest vest. I got on my pressed jeans. And I went and closed on a new truck tonight. So,
really?
Smoking on the shores, you might as well just give me the gold records because it's in the Geneva Convention. If you buy a truck, you win a championship.
Can't hide money. Episode 420. There's Andy Reyes, man. It's episode 420 apparently.
Yeah, 420. I got it.
Look at the time.
And Jordan, everybody knows Jordan. He owns Kirkpatrick Motorsports. He calls me this week. What you doing, bud? And it hit me as soon as he said that. Oh, fuck. I'm not buying my truck from him. And he let me off very nicely. Jordan, I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with you. I went to the Yelp reviews, and I just didn't think I needed to cross that friend line. I didn't need to whoop a man's ass to be what I'm trying to say.
Hey, we won't look. You don't have to divulge what you got of this and that. All I want to know is what color is it?
It is Patriot Blue.
Patriot Blue. Okay, man, that's a good color. It's a good color.
I like that. Is that championship color?
Man, Patriot Blue. So that's kind of like similar to a Royal Blue. Is it darker or lighter?
It is similar to a Royal Blue.
Yeah, but man, Patriot Blue sounds so much more patriotic.
My only feel is ratting me out over here.
So what'd you do this weekend? I don't guess you cooked. I don't know. Did you?
No, man. I did not. Getting ready, starting to get in some of that winter meat and getting stocked up. I think everybody saw I was selling ribs for the cheap, cleaning out the cooler, starting to get that stocked up and ready for Smoke on the Shores. Thought about going in and doing the one over in Georgia, but it's already full, and I was trying to work out a new truck deal, so got that handled. And man, I'm just priming to start out in mid-March. So
is that when it really came? I mean, it's kind of like just week to week. There's a Florida contest. There's one out in Arizona. So it's just like trickling right now as far as KCBS goes, I guess, huh?
well, in KCBS, you start. It's kind of like if any NASCAR fans out here, Daytona starts it out, and you got all these little Budweiser shootouts and stuff. Florida is to get things started. Then you kind of have the one in Georgia. Then when Smoke on the Shores, for me, that's the official start to barbecue
Okay.
season.
Okay.
And then from there, it rounds up. It could be every weekend or every other weekend for several months.
I don't think there's any coincidence. I mean, it's not just a coincidence that Smoke on the Shores is also the opening day of turkey season. So those coincide, like everything, it starts to happen. Like,
It's a national holiday. It starts barbecue season for us.
Man, I know it is. Man, that along with the opening, the opening day of squirrel season in Mississippi is also a state holiday, I hear. I mean, it's
That's
a big
true.
thing that y'all get pretty ramped up for. Kit told me about it. Arkansas is the same way. So
it definitely is. And big racks, you asked, are the winter pigs starting to hit? Man, I've been told they are, but we're going to jump on them. We got some good deals on some primes, getting ribs coming in, and try to get everything stocked that I can. So I hope they are. If not,
the freezers, did you sell all the ribs? I mean,
man, over 100 racks.
You're shitting me.
But they're calls. That's what I try to tell everybody is, man, these guys, these aren't your A's. These are some of your B's. And look, these guys can cook these B's probably better than anybody, but I just needed to get them gone. I had over 100 racks.
How many freezers do you have to have 100 racks of? That's a lot.
In my mobile home community, it's just like a big conglomerate of chest freezers, and we share the space.
Okay.
Power goes out a lot around here.
Man, I was in the shop earlier today, and I had to put some stuff in the freezer. I can't, and I've got 12 or 13 freezers in my shop, for real. Man, there ain't any of them. I can't open one freezer without having a few racks of ribs in the way. I don't know how many racks I'm like, and I'm like,
yeah.
And I gotta at least just kind of get a handle on this inventory of the racks of ribs. And if I bought them at some point, I love those ribs,
Yeah.
But once they do get to the freezer, man, I never love them as much for whatever reason. If I'm looking at a frozen rack of ribs, I'm like, man, these are garbage. Why did I even buy them?
I'll leave it in there for 2 years, and then I'll move it to the other freezer.
Like, man, what am I going to do with this? I should toss them. No, I'm probably going to cook them down the road. Let me get them over here to the B zone.
No, so I've got 3 chest freezers, and what I do is I have one that I keep the A stuff in that I think is really great. I got another one that is like, look, man, I'm not going to be pissed off if I cook these, but I want to cook the big freezer. And then I got another one that I'm going to sell for $5 at the end of the year. I'm just keeping them to sell them later.
You soldiers, what'd you get for them? Or per rack?
Man, I damn near gave them away. I could have went higher. They were all prime, some comparts, some.
When you say you gave them away, I know
$5 a rack.
All right, man. Some of ours at the grocery store are less than that, so I would be getting to people if I charged that much. So I'd probably have to go to maybe $3 a rack or so.
Yeah,
3 for 10. How about 3 for 10?
Hey, let me tell you, the way they went and as many messengers that I got, I could have sold those things for probably 10 to 12, something. I had people
left money on the table.
Georgia, somebody from Illinois said they wanted them all, but I'd already promised. I was like, man, we fucked up and did not charge enough. But I just really wanted to get them out of the freezer. That's all I wanted. Just come get them. So, but outside of that, man, what did you guys? I know there was a pretty big contest. We're going to get into that with one of these people that I think did pretty well over there.
Yeah,
how did you fare, man? How'd you cook?
Look, so I cooked with my buddy AC Cruz. He asked me the second year I've cooked with those guys, and man, pretty normal cook. I was happy with my turn-ins. I thought we had 3 decent shots at a walk here at San Antonio. It's 300 teams, and man, they only call the top 10 in each meet. So man, we were hoping to get our name called, our ticket number called, I should say, and man, we hit 9th ribs. Man, we hit 9th ribs last year at the same contest, and we hit 9th ribs there again this year. So. Man, I guess it's just our number. Man, we were real happy to hit a 9th ribs and get a black and gold banner there. Man, Bill, a little under the weather, but Bill did well. No big deal. Man, Bill did real well. We don't have enough room on the screen for all his black and gold. I don't know how many he has now, 50 maybe. He's cooked it 3 times, got 50 banners.
Jesus, man.
But
I mean, seriously, I saw that. And when I saw all the flags, I was like, man, he had to win this.
well, you know what? So a few years ago it was, in fact, when he won it, man, I don't know. I think it was IBCA when he won it. I'm not sure, but it changed. And there was a year when it was IBCA and it was cumulative. So you didn't have to, man, the way it is now, it's the top 10 in each category. 10th place chicken gets 1 point, 9th gets 2 points. And man, at the end of the day, first place brisket a lot of times has a very good chance of winning that contest. Because it's a ranking order, brisket carries the most weight. And if you don't have anybody with over 10 points, then first place brisket. And that ended up being Jaime Garcia hitting first place brisket. And he did reserve the contest. Man, Eddie had a great outing. Man, he hit a third chicken out of the gate. So he's sitting with 8 points. And at that point, man, you almost just need another walk. And he got that big 4th place rib. And man, he didn't need anything more than that. That's a lot of points at that contest. There were a few teams that could have got in there. You get somebody, Coyote Cookers had a first place rib. Man, if they get another call, they could have topped him, but it didn't happen. And man, he took down a monster contest. So,
dude, that's awesome.
He's man, he's the hottest cook in Texas right now. So, man, who's going to take down Eddie? I mean, I don't know. Man, him rocking a new truck, man, winning all these contests, man, there's no stopping him.
Oh, there he is. Because I bought a truck.
I forgot Wes is coming to Texas to shut him down. Which contest are you going to come see us at?
It's February 30th. There's a big contest that day. It's smoke on the leave me the hell alone.
People.
Show up. Guys, y'all just send me your 250. I'll send you the details later. But February 30th, huge contest.
Man, February
right on the Texas Louisiana
I only cook in Texas once every 4 years.
Well, it sounds like you guys had a hell of a time, man. And before we jump in, because I like I said earlier, I love Eddie. It does make my stomach hurt a little bit that he's been killing it because he'll stick his chest out there. We'll get into him later, man. But we've got on the KCBS side of things, we've got a pretty important deal coming up. I'm sure anybody that keeps up with it, they've heard of the board members and everything coming on, and we'll get into the details of that as we bring this person up. But I can tell you for this show, I'm speaking for myself, and I know speaking from talking to the other ones, I can tell you they probably feel the same way, and I know they do. We're definitely going to put our support behind Lex that is coming on here. Let me go ahead and bring her up. These guys, if you cook in our area or really anywhere in the country, they're legends. They have been cooking. I mean, they're super young, but they've been cooking forever, and they have been damn good everywhere. And they're just good at everything they do. And I'm telling you, if it's going to be cooking, if it's going to be judges, if it's going to be doing the reps, you've got people in our region now that they're reps, they want to come do the stuff that they're doing. She's going to bring the same stuff to the board when she gets on. And we're asking everybody on the show, man, get on to KCBS, vote for Lex. Let's make sure this thing is a landslide and she gets on this board. If you know her, she doesn't take shit off anyone and she makes stuff happen. That is the honest God truth. So with that being said, Lex, thank you for coming on and let's talking about this night.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I just can't believe I'm on with Wes.
That's an inside joke, everyone. So if you've ever been at a contest, she wears me out about that.
Man, that should
be out, Wes. I mean, really.
Can we make a button out of that?
We're gonna go back and actually, take care of that. But Lex, tell us a little bit about how you were on the board for, was it 20 hours?
I think it was like 4 days. They announced it on Saturday at the awards banquet. And then Thursday I got a call saying that that's not really what's going on. So what happened is that they had 3 spots open for 3-year terms. And I was the 4th place. And then Charlie Brenza had resigned. So they put me into that 4th place because I was the 4th on the ballot. And what the bylaws say, and I think it could be argued either way, they did a good job with the bylaws, and I'm not knocking that, but I think there still needs to be more definition in there. So what it was that one thing says that, if a board member drops, you can have the next highest vote, or the next highest person with the number of votes gets that slot, right? And they fill out the rest of their term. However, there is another 1 or 2 sentence phrase that says if the board goes below 9 members, you have to have a special election. So somebody had complained, and so they looked at it, and they brought a parliamentarian in, from what I hear. And so they decided to go ahead with a special election. So everybody who ran in the previous election kind of dropped out. Everybody except for Brad Philpott, and he, I don't know if they could get a hold of him or not, but he's on the ballot this time. So there's actually 10 people on the ballot. Bean meat, Tony, I hear you.
Yeah, look, we've already, this thing is loaded with just vote for Lex. I think you definitely have our crowd for sure. So that
Awesome.
vote count is I'm not going to get into that. I'll piss some people off, but it may look like last election. That thing's going to go straight up. So
that would be awesome.
I think you're going to get on. And look, anybody watching this I haven't gone on and see exactly who got back in it. It's not a vote against you. It's just a vote for Lex. We know what she's going to do. We know we're going to get. She's going to be, in a good way, strong-willed. She's going to be fair. She's going to get stuff done. So, again, I'm going to tell you, please go on there tonight. If you haven't already, hit that button for Lex. Let's make sure she gets on there. How about that?
We got a question. We got a question from the Shiggers that we must address. Lex, look, we can get you lots of votes. Which meat do you want to give up? We'll let you pick the meat. Let's start from the top.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's going to take a recipe, Shiggin. Sorry.
Can I come on the show and talk for a minute? Take all the time you want. We're patient.
Right?
Oh, that's good. No, we're definitely going to make sure we push to get on there, get you guys on there and roll, because we know Robert to be part of this as well. Is he asleep, by the way? Don't lie.
I think he was headed that way. That's why I'm up in his office, because, yeah, he doesn't want to be bothered. Yeah. He wants quiet and peace, and he needs to sleep.
And look, I thought he would be on here, so we were going to try to keep it a little PG-13 for him. I know he's a good Christian boy. He doesn't like to get rowdy with us, but we do miss him. Tell him I said hello.
All right, I will.
Hey,
I'm
so
sure he
real
misses
quick,
you too. You know how sexy he thinks you are.
Tell everybody when the voting closes and when's it open. I don't even know, so maybe
Okay, so the voting actually opened on Monday. Okay. Everybody that's KCBS members should have a email in their email box. So if you don't see it, you might want to do either a search or look in your trash. And it closes at 23:59 on February 5th, which is actually Old Boy's birthday, but that's Central Time. So hopefully we'll find out a day or two after that.
And he's already pumping for recipes. Thanks,
Caesar. Thank you. That $1.99.
Well, you got our vote, Lex. Best of luck.
Okay, so you should be able to take this thing deep, but coming to you when the fees are taken out, we'll throw you a quarter through Venmo.
Thanks. Yep, awesome.
Appreciate that. Thank you for even taking this on for everybody. And look, last thing for people that have not voted yet, if you paid for a family membership, you get 2 votes. So jump on there and vote twice. We did it. Make sure you do it as well.
Yep.
So,
all right.
Lex, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that counts. There is one thing that I wanted to bring up here. So I found out yesterday that there's some misinformation going on about me. I've had one person actually call me and ask me that question about the misinformation. Oh. I'm not going to go into exactly what the details are. However, I talked to that person today, and I thanked them. I said I've been hearing all this stuff going on behind my back, and I didn't know what it was.
We got a button for that.
We have a button. This is good stuff. Viewership just went up 80 people.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm all about transparency and integrity, and I stand for what KCBS values are supposed to be. There are other people that are campaigning on behalf of other people that do not feel that way, apparently, because they're starting to bully people that are pretty new to KCBS and trying to get them to support other candidates.
Wow.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. And I'm not going to go into specifics, like I said, but that's just not right.
I don't think we need you to go into specifics. We just need names and exactly what
addresses would help. It'd make the search easier.
Right?
If you got screenshots, send them to me. I'll put them on the screen. We will out these SOBs and we will root them out. No, we won't get into that. The good thing is, I know I've said this a couple of times, but I know you're not one that'll ever get bullied. We'll get into the first time I met you, and I've told that story several times. Lex is just going to be fair, and I don't care who it is. She doesn't give a shit she's going to do what's right, and you're not going to bully her. And that's what we need on the board.
I don't know the story. Were you trying to bully her, Wes? What's the deal?
No, so we were cooking in DeSoto, and she decided she wanted to park next to this guy that had a camper, 14 pop-ups, stuff everywhere, and somebody had hooked up her hose. I'm going with Robert. They had hooked her hose up where it was leaking, and it was leaking all in my area. And as soon as they pulled in, everybody there was like, they've won it. That's the team. And I was like, oh, great. They're parking over here. So I go over there to fix the water, and it must have been in the middle of Lex came out and gave me a stare that I could still remember. And it was just like, what the fuck are you doing in my water? And I mean, I like turned white. It's like, I was just trying to fix it. She was like, I'm in the middle. Just get that back on. So I'm hurrying up. And I was like, she came over later and was like, I'm sorry, I was doing something. Gotcha. Won't mess with the water.
Noted.
I'll flood. It'll never happen again.
I think he shit his pants a little bit.
There was a little touching of cloth. Let's just say
you didn't finish the story. Who won the contest?
Oh, it was either her or Booty Q or those guys.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I'll show you my chicken box, man. It was.
We'll go with Lex. They won the contest.
Okay.
They win so much in our area.
And she's got
okay, I'll take it. W's a W, right?
We just added to the barbecue data. You got that one again. So
manual entry.
Well, you see by the trophies behind them, that's just their throwaways. They're getting ready to put those in the garbage.
That's the bone pile. That's the
bone pile.
I mean, anything past third, pile it up back there. It's cool.
No.
Well, anyway, we're gonna make sure we get Eddie on here in just a moment because I think he's asleep. But Lex, thank you again for coming on, and we'll make sure we get you voted in.
Thanks, Lex. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the votes and all the support.
There's a ton coming through. I don't see any way you don't get it.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we'll see, but just keep up the good fight, right?
We'll burn it down if you don't. I'm just Thank you, Lex.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, bye. All right, so I've been waiting for this all night. Let's talk to this fucking douchebag. I'm in new camp.
And you want to close this out?
Let me find the music. Go ahead, man. I've been staring at this guy over here with all these trophies. Let's bring this guy on. What is up, champ?
Look, look at that. It's all about the angle and the setup, man. Move your head a little bit, Eddie. Just there we go. You're gonna want to your chair just a little bit.
I have watched his video that whoever took of him, and I want to tell you again, as a little jealous hate. He was so freaking cool, drinking his drink, just kind of smiling, kind of knew it. You know, his old lady was just like, my man's the shit. He had that shit-eating grin, and I'm sitting there going, fuck this guy.
Man, I really didn't know.
So cool, man.
Yeah, you knew. What are you talking about? You didn't know. How could you not know?
Because I wasn't adding anything up. I just knew what I had. Man, I swear to God, bro. I mean, I had a feeling.
You had a feeling. I bet you did. Look, wait, man. So Tejas number 2, that's Jaime. He won first place brisket, right?
Right.
Yes. Yeah, and they called him for reserve. So
yeah, well,
and there was nobody else with more than 10 points.
Yes. When they called him for reserve.
Why there were 40 people surrounding you with cameras.
If he would not have won it, he'd have offed himself that
Now,
night.
I tell you what, though. If it had been cumulative and they still had only called the top 10, that's a different ballgame. Right?
And I think I would have still won it because I had like a 30th fucking brisket.
Did you?
I said my brisket.
Yeah, maybe so.
I can help you with that, brother. I can help you with that.
Man, I don't know. I guess it'd come down to the scores. I think Bill had an 8th chicken, 9th brisket, and a 12th rib. So, man, you never know how that goes as far as the scoring goes. And I'm sure there was some other people in the mix too that, man, got a walk and got some final tables. Who knows? But man, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Take it down, and that's a hell of a win, right? And they ain't taking it away from you. You know, you got the banners on the wall, the big checks up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the bank.
Whoa! It is Tuesday, right?
It is Tuesday.
Oh.
Man, the phone ain't ringing.
Don't answer that phone, bro.
That's Tuesday. It counts.
Man, they already verified my checks in the mail, so man, it's official.
Lock it down.
And it only took an $85,000 truck to do it. I will look at things that happen. Did the same thing, bro. So I'm coming to Texas as soon as I get everything together.
Hey, come on, bro. I already told you. I'll fucking pay for your entry. You pick it, and I'll be there. Parked right next to you.
I love it, man.
I'm in your fucking trailer and everything.
Did you get a new truck, Eddie?
I did. Yep.
Yeah, because you had like your other truck was pretty new, right? And then you already had problems out of it or something?
Oh, that motherfucker is, it's fucked. It's in the shop. Blew the engine. Fucked. It's all fucked.
So you still have that truck or what?
That's what I was asking. Did you trade it or did you keep it?
And I got a new note. Fuck it.
Deal with it later?
Yeah.
Man, I like the way you roll. Fuck this shit. We got shit to do, and we ain't waiting around forever. We'll figure it out later.
I've been waiting 6 months for a fucking valve body for the transmission. And now the engine's fucked. I'm like, man, it's going to take y'all another fucking year to give me a truck. I can't wait.
What year was your other truck? I thought it was pretty new.
Fucking 2024.
And what was it?
Silverado, 2500 Silverado.
It's that new transmission, man. Can't do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's terrible.
Got to give it a good 3 years to let it get worked out.
Yeah. Fuck
but
it.
What color did you get on the new truck?
Man, it's white.
That's
what was available that night. Fuck it.
This man, look, if y'all want to know what money's all about, Eddie shows up. He's like, I don't give a shit what it is, how much it costs. I need it. Here's a check. Let me get it.
Man, when you went to get the truck, did you have any questions for him about the truck?
Like, does it hold big checks?
Bro, yeah. And what's the payload? How many banners and big checks can I fit in the back of this bitch?
They were like, you want to go look at it? I said, bro, I just need a fucking truck. It needs to be diesel. I need to be able to pull my shit. And they're like, man, we got this 3,500. I said, fuck it.
Sign here.
MSRP is 72, sir. Out the door for you is 94.
You don't seem like an eager buyer. We'll make you a good deal.
I promise you're not getting.
I was there all day. I was giving them hell, but man, we worked out a pretty good deal.
Man, they heard barbecue and they seen the dollar signs. You know.
Hey, the best comment of the night is not a GMC, it's a GC.
Drop the M. Drop the M.
You're gonna win a shirt from Chicken Fried, by the way.
Yeah. So, man, the truck's fine. It works. I mean, pulls pretty good.
Man, obviously it does. Man, it works great. It looks like.
He'll have this truck 10 years from now just because he won this big contest. Like, I can't sell it.
Man, I love that truck. Pretty
man,
nice.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Man, I hate my truck.
What year is your truck, Phil?
22. I really do like my truck. I don't have any reason.
They're going to go in and be like, Mr. Phil.
Starting to give me a reason. Man, I will ditch it quick.
Yeah.
Man, I pulled your credit, and the only truck you can afford is Eddie's blown up truck.
Man, we were talking about it last week. I did have a little issue with the window, but man, I don't see that as the truck's fault. So, you know.
And my plan, my plan was to keep that truck. You know, I said when I get a diesel, I'll keep it, you know, for good. And that was supposed to be the one. And
no,
you don't
want to keep diesels out of the warranty. I have learned that I traded mine in because it just went out of warranty, and guess what? EGR valve, cooler, goes out. Everything they had to do was going to cost me like $6,000. I was like, no, I'm good with that. It's time for another one. Y'all gonna fix this shit on your dime.
Eddie's gonna have a real nice used truck for sale pretty soon, so y'all be on the lookout.
Don't shift it out of park.
And don't tell barbecue people, man. You need to get it.
Put it in your front yard and let the flowers grow.
Then I was on my way to Shiggin. I'm almost there. I fucking stopped to get some diesel filled up real quick. I step out. Man, I slide on my step, and I'm like, man, did I run over something? Or there's fucking oil everywhere, dude. I look at the back of my trailer, fucking full of oil on the side. I'm like,
God almighty.
Open the hood. Fucking coolant reservoirs full of oil. And I'm like, and it's just leaking fucking everywhere. I said, fuck it. I got diesel, and I just took off. I mean, I'm already there. Might as well. I went to go drop off my trailer, left some oil all over the parking lot, and I drove it back home for an hour. Parked that motherfucker, and that was it.
See, it could have been a hose, but since he decided to fuck it like that, whole transmission's gone. Good job.
No, it wasn't a hose.
I'm just kidding. No, you're right, homegirl. It's once that warranty goes out, man, you got to delete them. But mine had just gone out, and I just wasn't going to do it. So we'll see. If this thing holds true. If we can get a GC out of it come March. So I'm holding on to it. If Eddie can do it, damn it, we all can do it.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
Wes is like picking his bullet to fire. Like, I got a new truck. When do I want to cook?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to smoke on the shores. I like them gold records.
We got some, but no, man, Eddie, you really are, man. I love messing with you, but you're the hottest cook in Texas right now, man. You're keeping it rolling.
Man,
What did you do
Michigan
recently?
won by 0.02.
Anything? Did you change anything? Anything you can talk to us about?
Man, I changed a couple things. Not big drastic changes. I went back to an old ass fucking chicken recipe from like 2019 on a half chicken because obviously that's all we can cook in San Antonio. So leading up to it, man, I was only cooking halves at the events, and man, it started doing good. So, and that's an old recipe with the Ritter's chicken injection. Man, I don't even know.
And
And it hit third.
I know about some Ritters, man.
Fourth.
That's some salty stuff, but it's good.
Yeah, so it hit fourth. Ribs hit third.
Sorry.
Ribs. I changed my wrap on the ribs. That's about it. I can run my same injection from that I've been running, and the seasonings are all the same, but the wrap and the finishing a little bit different. That's pretty much it.
What'd you do on the brisket?
Man, the brisket, I don't know. I need to change. I need to do something.
Changes.
I didn't
It
do no
don't
fucking
matter.
changes.
Didn't
I
need
need
it, man.
to,
You're
though.
supposed to say, I didn't even cook brisket. Man, I didn't need it.
Man, I almost didn't make fucking rib turn in. So.
Oh, really? Was it close?
Yeah, bro. Close was.
How close was it?
Man, maybe a second, half. I don't know.
What?
Was it maybe a minute late, but it was Lone Star, so they just let you go in?
No. I'm running. Dude, I took off from my spot and I ran the whole way. And I don't know what side you were on, but the side of that big tent from when I hit that corner where the judging tent was, and the lady's yelling at me. She's like, "You got 5 seconds." And I'm like, "Ain't no fucking way I could run across this wall in 5 seconds." I stepped on the gas a little bit, and man, I fucking made it. So.
Stepped on the gas a little bit.
Man, you would think Trump was coming. He was running so fast, man. That image was getting it.
I thought I saw Gary and I was gonna go whoop his ass, but that's how fast I was running.
And he was getting it.
Oh yeah,
dude.
I
so
know I wouldn't have made it, man. I don't run too fast these days. I'm just like, man, fuck it.
So I ask everybody when they do their stuff, and I kind of know what you're going to say. Did you know you had a kick-ass cook, or did you just think it was right down the middle, or did you not like your food?
I fucking loved everything I turned in. What? Except chicken. I didn't know what chicken tastes like, man, because I only cooked 2 halves, and you had to turn in 2 halves. But I did everything I did the weekend before and the weekend before, so man, I figured it was good. And then the ribs, man, I love the ribs. My favorite turn-in was the brisket, though.
Man, I think we're gonna have to talk about that rib wrap a little bit, bro. We just glazed over that guy, and I mean, you don't have to, but
let's circle back.
If you wanted to, we'd listen, But
if you just kind of funneled us into a direction,
if you were to give us if we were gonna just kind of man, do charades or something, give us a clue. You know what I mean?
If I had never cooked Texas, but I'm planning to, what would I do?
Man, you do the same thing you're doing, Wes.
That's
it, bro.
We're gonna talk about that rib wrap.
Yeah,
but we
can talk about it. It has Tennessee red. It has butter. It has sugar.
Man, there you go. That's a lot.
There's something else in there. I know it.
Appreciate
What's that
it,
key ingredient?
There's a couple more ingredients in there. We can talk about it backstage.
Oh, John, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
said it, John.
All right, let me ask you this then, since we'll make it in. What donation do you got to see to give that key ingredient? We got some fools on here that'll pay for
We
it.
can see Wes is back in town working them. I worked
And
them
when you
pretty
come to
hard last
Texas,
week,
I'll
Wes.
give you the full recipe, West.
Keep it up. We're in this show. Matter of fact,
on,
this
Wes.
win was so big. If y'all don't know this, I saw Rob was on here. Eddie's got a whole nother podcast he's coming out with on Thursdays. You want to talk about it?
Hey,
Could've
Eddie,
done
is
what
this
everybody
your
had to
thing
do.
set up for the So Smoking Gooder show? Is this your podcast setup?
Yeah, same one.
Man,
He's
man,
got a
what
legit
you get a
room,
chair
man.
like that? I ain't got a chair like that.
Look at that.
Man,
that's a podcast chair if I've ever seen it, Wes.
it's a fucking gaming chair, bro. I used to play Call of Duty.
Man,
a
can we get chairs like that? They even match the colors of the Shiggin fried with the black and the red and everything. If we all three got like, man, if
Dude,
we got,
you know, our budget's like $13.
Did
and
you
I've
go
got-
get a
I
new
mean, look
truck?
at your
mic.
mic.
Man, I figured out. I found this button last week that when I hit it right here, I can turn it off and on. You know, which is pretty cool. So I do have some pretty good equipment.
We had Kid Polk set up with a beard trimmer and a DeWalt battery charger, and no one noticed. Like when I tell you we have a $13 budget, and that's stretching it. So we don't have that Eddie money. Look at that.
He
man.
wanted
That
to
thing
bring
is
his
legit.
mic so bad. I'm like, man, I got some extra mics around here, kid. He's like, no, I got mine. I'll bring it. And he comes in with this Bob Barker mic about the size of a number 2 pencil. And I'm like, man, he built it up for weeks about this mic. How was it? Anyway, it turned out it fit in that roll of duct tape perfect.
Yeah, Jordan, look, man, it's taking try to get into Texas. I don't need you coming to Texas either. So just hang tight. You stay up there in Illinois and do your little things. We don't need to chum the water any worse than it already is over there.
Well,
Those boys,
we'd be an
y'all
upgrade
don't take
if we
a
had
break.
new podcast equipment, Andy.
Oh yeah, we need to invest in that. But
Man, you can have this chair. I hate this fucking chair.
Deal.
It's uncomfortable as shit.
Let me think about it. Okay.
load it up, get it to the
I
next
hate
one.
this chair.
I fucking hate this chair.
Man, maybe you left a little mojo in there, man. A little, and we'll try it out. We'll see.
Man,
Man,
I'm
you might
starting to
be
think
wanting
that
that chair
my truck has some bad luck on it because fuck that truck, dude.
back.
I wasn't walking. I wasn't doing a damn shit ever since I got that stupid truck.
Dude,
Man,
now
you
look at
you had a great cook, Eddie. So take us through, and man, I might have got it back. It was third chicken, right?
Fourth
Or
chicken, third rib.
Fourth chicken. All right, so you hit your 4th chicken, man. I guess you're feeling pretty good at that point, right? Hell yeah, 4th.
Man, I felt like I accomplished my fucking mission. Like I wanted to walk. I wanted one walk, and I wanted it to be fucking chicken. Cause
really.
I mean, I don't know. Y'all don't know if y'all watch the show or not, but man, I
No.
talk about it every week. I fucking haven't been walking in half chickens. I mean, the legs I walk, but half chickens, man, they ain't fucking been walking. And I used to kill it with half chickens. You know what I mean? So that was probably, what I was looking forward to. Man, I hope I get a fucking chicken walk because I've been cooking this goddamn half just to get this fucking chicken walk in San Antonio. You know what I mean? So once I got that chicken walk, man, I felt like I was like a relief, like cool. Fucking walked, and it was chicken. Brisket was fucking great, so let's hope for that,
When did you know? You're like, I think I got this fucking thing. Like, I know you felt good when you heard everything, but like, at what point were you saying, if I don't hear my name by this, I think we may be in it?
Man,
We all have that in our head. We're like, all right, I think I'm going to fall here, but I could slide up some.
it's kind of hard to keep up with who's walking because everybody's cooking for other.
The team names are
The team names are different.
Man, we don't know, but we don't. It's man, it could be AC's Auto Parts or Big Bob's Air Conditioning. We don't really know. We don't really know the team names. They're not normal to us, so it is hard to keep up with it. And man, the crowd, it's kind of a mob crowd, and man, you can only really see what's going on around you, and there's a whole nother side. We can hear the commotion. Man, you'll see some people walking, but man, it's really hard to get a grasp of who that is. And then we're listening in between the MC, getting on to everybody about taking their time too much. That's a whole other story. But, man, he's ready to get off the stage as fast as he can. So once they actually do get up there, man, him almost in, and then we kind of really don't even hear who the team even was. So it is really hard to keep up with.
I got you.
So all I know is I was trying to look at where in what direction the people were coming from. So there was a lot of people walking from my right side that were part of the Devil's River. You know what I mean? So I didn't know if it was the same person or a different person, and then I hear somebody, man, that's a second walk. Oh, that's their second walk, and I'm like, well, what the fuck was it? You know what I mean? Like,
how many points is that?
Points do they have? I know what I had, but it was hard to keep up with everybody else, and man, they start calling ribs, and man, they hit top 5 ribs. I'm like, man, ain't no fucking way. My ribs were too sweet. I don't know, just doubting myself. And man, my wife has my tickets, so I'm not even looking at my tickets. And
you didn't know your numbers or anything.
I didn't know my numbers.
So it's all based off her reaction.
Yeah, and she was keeping it pretty cool. She
that's us.
Looked at the ticket, and then she's like, "What does that say?" And I'm like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" Like that shit. I mean, it was cool.
Dude,
Once I hit that rib, I felt pretty good though, but it's still not over.
It's not over. And you know what? I was keeping up with it pretty close. Just up, I thought I was in my brain anyway. And I hit a 9th rib. I didn't get a chicken call. So man, when you hit the 4th and you had a 3rd, so that was 15 points. I couldn't catch you with a first place brisket, but I did done the math that I thought I could reserve. Getting 11 points with either, I guess I would have had to get I could have got 11 points. And it would have had to be first place brisket. But regardless, man, I was paying attention to who we were hitting, and I could kind of put myself in your shoes knowing, man, Eddie's got to dodge, man, all these other big calls, right? Because you had Fred with a second place rib. You had Coyote Cookers. Sergio had a first place rib.
So it was tight.
First, whoever had a first chicken. Yeah.
And Jorge had first place chicken, and he reserved it last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And he might have hit. Man, his brisket hit last year too. So, man, I bet you were, you were probably pretty white knuckling it. I would imagine the rest of the way through the awards.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I love my brisket so much that I wasn't even paying attention to that brisket. I'm trying to see who the fuck is walking. You know what I mean? I don't even know. At that point, I didn't know if I hit final table or what. I just knew I wasn't gonna walk, and I knew I didn't walk. And I'm trying to see like who the fuck's walking, who's walking. And I didn't even know it was Jaime up until I fucking saw him walking up, So,
yeah, because it was Tejas number 2. Nobody, I think that's what it was, but nobody associates that.
Dude, that's confusing as shit right there with all these different names.
Yeah,
it is. It's quite confusing. And man, Houston Rodeo is a lot the same. I mean, there's some teams or whatever, but man, it's kind of got the same thing going on. It's kind of hard to keep up with.
300 teams, people cooking for different, just madness. You don't know. It's hard to keep up with it.
And man, I saw people that were there that I had no idea were there, So,
and I guarantee you that there were people there that we know that we didn't know were there still.
Yeah.
And I even had a lot of people, man, swing by and see us. I'm like, man, swing by. I don't know where anybody.
Where are you at?
Yeah.
When did you get here?
Yeah. I just kind of walk around and see whoever I see because, man, I don't really know where anybody's at.
Yep.
So
that is every contest that I've met Phil. We've had to walk him back to where we think he belongs.
And it's easier. It's easier with a 40 teamer, Wes. You know what I mean? Like, we can go
whoa! We don't do 40 teams often, so let's calm down.
We call that Tuesday.
That's load in, like on a Tuesday. Exactly. Dude, you guys are crazy when it comes to. I mean, y'all are going to have to start going like 2 times a week to fit these.
The first 3 months of the year, if it ain't 100 teamer, we ain't going.
Yeah. I think this thing's going to go under. There's only 120 teams here.
Yeah,
it's not doing well
this year.
No, somebody had asked earlier, Eddie, how many beers did you have that night? And I want you to be honest. He's still hurting. Look at, he's like, man, my insides hurt.
Dude, I hadn't drank since December 31st. So,
What?
yeah, I haven't drank. I haven't been drinking.
New
So,
Year's resolution.
New Year's Eve. No, I just was drinking too much.
Yeah, that's part of
And
his
I like
probationary
drying up
thing.
for a little
He
bit.
can't
Nothing
drink.
wrong with
Yeah,
that. Nothing
I'm
wrong
not
with
gonna
that.
quit drinking. I just kind
Give
of
it a
stopped.
break.
Slow it down.
He went
And
upside Sally's
man,
head.
I only was drinking on Saturdays.
Right.
So I said, man, I'm gonna drink 4 beers Saturday.
Mm.
I
Morning.
drank Thursday. I
before
drank Thursday
7.
night. I drank Thursday because I said Thursday is not a weekend. All right. So I made the bet. I said, man, I'm drinking 4 beers over the weekend. Thursday doesn't fucking count.
You're justifying your fucking beer.
It's a fucking weekday, right? Man, I don't know. I had maybe like 17 beers.
That boy
Like
got
shit the
ripped
next
up.
day, bro.
I can only imagine.
You had
I bet
2
you woke
beers
up
in the
thinking,
last
did this
20
really happen?
seconds. I watched you before they called your name.
That was man. Manuel got me that drink. That was fucking Crown and Coke. I don't remember when's the last time I drank Crown. But
Saturday.
Dude, the way you drank that, the way you poured that down your throat, he never. I thought he was just going to grab it, take a sip. He just kept going, and I was like, "That's a nervous drinking right there." He just kept going. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I was nervous, yes, but the main reason why I chugged it is because I was gonna throw my cup, and I didn't want to get people wet. So,
like, yeah, he's like, I kind of knew I was the man, and I was just going to throw my cup in the air.
I had all this planned out. Man, I was going to take
Dude,
this
that is. I've watched that
video.
video.
Throw it in the air.
Dude,
I literally have watched that video 20 times. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Eddie. Man, I should probably take that in consideration more often because, man, I've been known to throw a full one on the ground pretty hard.
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I don't ever plan that. It just kind of happens.
Serge is asking, when did it sink in for you? Like, legitimately, like, man, I just won this thing.
Man, honestly, I don't know. I don't even think it has.
Still
has it, man. It's just, I wish I could go back and feel that all over again because I felt literally every single fucking emotion I can feel. Like, that my damn near started fucking crying until I hear Fred, there's no crying in barbecue.
He did say that.
Dude, I mean, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Because, I mean, I won Austin and that was badass, but fucking San Antonio, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Dude, it probably won't even hit you until like a week or so from now to realize it. So, but man, all you can do is go win the next one.
Like, that really happened,
Yeah. I woke up the next day. The first thing I did was watch that fucking video. That video, the whole video is 5 minutes and 40 seconds long. So I watched that motherfucker, the whole thing, dude. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, did that fucking happen? I tell my wife, like, damn, did I win that motherfucker? Shit.
I don't even know why I did it. I watched it. I just thought it was cool. I can sense your emotions through that whole thing. And I was just like, man, I could tell he's probably nervous, but he's confident. He don't know what he wants to do with his hands. I have watched it so many times because I loved your emotion on it. So give each other a hard time, man. But I was super proud, super pumped for you.
Appreciate it.
You've been cooking well, and hell, this may just take you off to run some out. Now, I heard the guy talking on there about it comes with so many things, but it was kind of muffled. Tell me, update some other people don't know. What does it come with when you win this?
So it comes with all the rodeos, I guess. I don't know if it's for. So Austin, Bill said he got it right away. So I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year, but I get the entry to Austin Rodeo, San Antonio Rodeo, Houston Rodeo.
Shit.
Some cook-off in Concan. I don't know what it is.
Neil's Lodge.
And, yeah, that. I don't know. Is it sanctioned?
Yeah. Man, I don't know, but I think that, or I'm not sure, but I think the MC is somehow tied in with Neil's Lodge or whatever, or at least someone said that, and I'm not sure.
I ain't fucking going to that motherfucker.
I think he does those awards the same way. At least I've heard, man. I'm not spreading shit, but man, that's what I've been told. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
so,
else? 'Cause he'd listed off I mean, it
Dude,
was
it was a ton. Did I hear the
Yeah.
jack or something, or did it just get a bung?
No, just a bung, and then a spot to be able to cook out the American Royal.
yeah.
But I think that's about it. And then
You like how you made it sound like it wasn't a big deal. Like, I think that was all.
Is that the belt buckle?
yeah,
Man, is it a functional belt buckle, or can you take it out of the case? Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
yep.
Dude, that's badass.
I haven't put it on yet. I don't know if I want to.
Man, I would.
Put it on the grill of your truck and like weld that bitch in.
Not that motherfucker.
Like take the Chevy emblem off.
wear it. Man, I'll probably wear it in
mold
Laredo.
into it.
That's a good idea, Wes. Make a bumper guard out of the belt buckles. That's a
Dude,
good
I'm telling
idea.
you, take your Chevy emblem off and put that in there instead.
No, I meant like for the deer, like a ranch guard, like the whole thing. Do it with buckles. That's a good idea.
Not everybody has 300 buckles like you, Phil. Like some people can only do the Chevy emblem. Fuck.
Well, I got
if you come to
14
Texas
now.
more often, they do give out buckles on a regular basis at contests.
Yeah,
So I like that. It'll look good.
I had 13. Now I have 14, thanks to that one.
Nice,
Sweet dude. Well, that's a pretty badass belt buckle.
Yeah, I'll probably put it on this weekend in Laredo.
Yeah, Will, Houston is an offer for the Jack, to answer your question. So I think that the whole reciprocating, I think, is the American Royal, the Jack, Houston Rodeo, and Memphis in May. Those four reciprocate. But Austin Rodeo does, San Antonio Rodeo, Houston Rodeo, and a few other contests too. I think there's one in San Angelo. So, man, there's a lot that kind of reciprocate and tie in. But those big four, I think, all honor each other's, and the winner gets to go cook those.
Now we talked about this on y'all's show. Are you considering yourself world champion? I am. I'm giving you that credit,
man.
I'm 100%.
And I appreciate that. And I'll take it from you or from Phil or from whoever wants to say it. I probably won't say it because, I mean, even though, yes, there was fucking international teams, there's 320 fucking teams. I mean, there's an international village. Too. There's the exact same thing there is in Houston, plus more. It's not in the title.
Man, I'm way cool with you calling it that, bro, because there's a lot of other contests.
So are our cousins.
World championships that, man, aren't near that many teams, or don't have even 8 international teams there. So I don't know.
No,
man, I'm cool with you counting it. Count it all day, bro.
I'm counting it regardless, but everybody else
cool
is
with all the ones anybody else wants to count too. I don't really give a shit, man. If you want it, count whatever you want. It's your right, man. I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna bitch. So
there's some that we all say, well, I'll count that, and we say it as a joke. I just count San Antonio. Is that now that I've learned all these and I've been educated, I'm counting it. Absolutely. So welcome to the World Championship class, brother.
Man, appreciate it, John. I think he's trying to get you drunk again 17 beers later.
He really is. He wants to see that throw that cup.
Man, that's just water.
Look, little gringo, winning Brookhaven, it's the pinnacle of World Championships. I'm just saying. That is it's real feisty, about 24 to 25 teams there, but it is a hornet's nest.
And
you don't want to go in there
team
and
not
not be
from
ready.
Mississippi is counted as an international team.
Well, it technically is. It is. Come down there, man. I'm telling you, you'll get humbled real quick down on the train tracks.
So
and you will get a
Houston Rodeo this year,
$3 and some quarters.
This Houston Rodeo this year for San Antonio, is it this year or next year?
It's next year.
Okay, so you got a whole year to.
I got a whole fucking year.
Are you cooking Houston this year?
No.
Okay.
Man, I cooked Houston. I've only cooked Houston twice, both time on Champions Row, right? Because I got on Champions Row 2 years in a row, and my wife said, "Man, if it ain't on fucking Champions Row,
no big
man,
deal.
I ain't fucking going." You know what I mean?
Does it make that big of a difference? I mean, aren't you like set aside and you got everything catered to you?
Yeah.
So you've been in Houston on Champions Row twice?
Yeah.
I know you went to Austin. What was the other one?
Austin the following year.
You went to Austin twice?
Holy shit.
I won Austin one year and then I reserved it the next year, but Bill had won San Antonio.
Okay. man, man, between you and Bill, y'all are just some rodeo slayers. I mean, let's call it what it is. Shit.
Well, they're both rodeo clowns.
I mean,
look at them.
Let's search out more rodeos, right?
Man, I was trying to go to fucking Humble this weekend, but that didn't happen. That fell through. So.
Oh shit! Couldn't get in. I heard they had a wait list, huh?
Yeah. So man, I'll be going to Laredo.
Yeah,
so
cool.
is Humble? Is that the one that used to be KCBS and it went to IBCA or CBA or something?
CBA, yeah, it used to be KCBS.
CBA.
That was actually my first KCBS I ever cooked.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was going to it till they changed it.
Yeah, man, I had just gotten started and I didn't know shit about pork. I just fucking cooked it, injected it like I do my ribs, and it walked 6th. And I finished 6th overall. I was like, what the fuck?
This shit's easy.
Guess I can cook pork too.
I'm going to travel there to stand at the fence on Champions Row and watch all y'all cook those Mary's chickens.
Make sure you get your chickens from Bill. Bill's got everybody covered on the chickens.
Man, I got y'all.
I don't buy nothing. I got it.
Man, these are the ones that hit in Texas. I got y'all.
Weren't they little stinky chickens too? Like they had a weird smell to them.
They had the weird flavor, man.
And Jordan come up, I go and try Jordan's chicken, and I fucking take a bite, and he's just staring at me like, "What the fuck does it taste like?" And I'm like, "Man, it tastes like chicken." And he's like, "Man, what the fuck?" Man, I don't know what to tell you. It tastes like fucking chicken. And it just tastes like chicken. I don't know what he did or didn't do, but it tastes like fucking chicken.
But you're not walking up there, is what you basically told him.
I mean, it was chicken.
Right. Well, now Bill invited me to come down, and man, I'm still kicking myself in the ass for not making that work. Just those and everybody posting. I went in and dug up some old footage. I should have made it there. That place right there is a bucket list if I've ever seen one. Up there, if not more.
Man, you need to come, Wes. But you can't because deer season's still going on. What's it run through? June in Mississippi?
Yeah. Our deer season is like Texas barbecue season. It doesn't end.
It don't end.
They just made it 24/7, and you can even hunt at night over here. Just saying.
And there's no
one-eyed beagle, baby.
And there's no limits. Man, it's all you. It's like barbecue.
Hey, a funny thing is, you'll love this, Phil. Congratulations on whatever the hell that was you killed. Harvested last. What more spots than than a roll of dice. But no, they decided that our deer season ended. It ends January 31st, which is on a Friday this year. So they just said, we're going to roll it through the weekend. Y'all just go have that. We don't want it to end it on a Friday. Enjoy your weekend in the woods. We're like, y'all just throw out an email and just extend deer season? Cool. Let's do it.
And most of the game wards know, not all of them, but most of them. But just point them to the email if you have any trouble.
Oh, I've got a few friends over here that if you guys remember the old rollover minutes for your cell phone back when we paid by the minutes, they're like, I didn't get to hunt 4 weekends. I'm rolling those over. I'm going to just keep hunting. Okay, cool. They're like, they're fine. We're good. Man.
So what do you got coming up next, Eddie? What's next to take down? You're going to Laredo this weekend.
I'm going to Laredo this weekend. Man, I don't know. I gotta look it up, but I got a couple lined up. So next big one, I guess, will be Smoking on the Rio.
Man, my favorite. I'm glad you mentioned it. I can't even remember who won that last year.
Let's circle back.
Hang on one second. I remember who won it. I think that was pretty close. Wasn't that pretty close to that contest, or was it like a few days after?
Oh,
if I remember correctly.
I don't remember anything, but now that you mention it, probably.
Let's get your mom on here. She remembers
that following Tuesday.
She was so proud. Man, she invited the whole family. Man,
This right here
y'all watch. Told everybody at work, y'all tune in, watch the show, man. She's
my son's a world champion. Look at him. He's looking at his shoes about 38 minutes into the show.
All right, keep it up, man. I'm gonna screenshot this shit. We're gonna put Michael J. Fox up there every week too with the best. Keep it up.
Listen here, Professor. No, so look, I know you're gonna stay in Texas and keep it going hot, but when are we gonna get to see you over on the other side? What's your next KCBS? It's not gonna be the Royal.
Probably in March.
Smoke on the Shores.
More than likely.
Oh, the man is rolling up.
Hey, look at him. He's all proud about it too.
He'll probably be over there. We'll see.
Well, don't bring your cups because you're not throwing shit over there. I can tell you.
I can throw my Yeti at you.
Hey man, take Eddie with you down there and y'all turkey hunt. Seriously.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's do it. Let's do it. Man, I think Drew's gonna meet us. Man, you ain't gonna.
He gets to work when he wants. Man, he'll just go back when he can. I said he gets to work when he wants. He just goes back when he can.
Yeah.
Oh, so you considering Smoke on the Shores? Good, man.
Yeah. It's not 100%, but possibly. But we'll see. I haven't made a full a long schedule. Maybe the next month. But when I do, I'll let you know. I know you don't fucking cook ever, so probably won't see you.
Come March, brother. Come March. We're gonna get into it. I'm trying to gear up, man. We have a shorter season. We don't do Christmas and January. We don't. I just strictly say I'm not as badass as you and Phil and all them. I gotta stay to one society, one barbecue network. You guys cook 5 or 6 of them. I can't do that. Y'all got talent. I gotta hone in where I can.
Yeah, you can, bro. What cook-off are you gonna pick? Do you want me to pay for?
No. We do need to talk about that. Now, I know everybody bullshits and they think I'm joking. Me and you need to sit down and decide. And I'll even bypass a KCBS. We're going to decide on the best one to come to. I know Carl's been hitting me up real hard about helping me out, but I want both of y'all to help me figure out the best one to come to.
Man, all of them. They're all the best one.
I know they're good, man. But look, we got to do one that's fun. The who?
The Austin Rodeo.
I'm not doing none of these 300 teamers, man. I want to do the one at the pool where you guys get drunk at awards and swim
around. We're still talking about fucking on Rio.
Yeah, let's go back.
Man, that's
El Campo,
El Campo, yeah. That's a good one.
And we can talk about that one. I think it's a great contest. One of my favorites.
We can talk about that one.
Who did win that last year?
I don't know. I don't know who won last year, but I won one of them 2 years in a row because they have like 3 cook-offs there.
Yeah.
And they're pretty fun, especially when you win them.
They are.
Yeah. Lance Barnyard, if I'm not mistaken, because me and Carl were talking about this, that's during Smoke on the Nashville, correct? I'm sure that's like middle of March.
It is the same weekend.
Yeah. I talked about doing that one, but I'm already signed up for Smoke on the Shores.
Man, who won that one?
Barnyard in Weatherford.
We can go on and on all night, can't we? Man, we are an hour and 4 minutes deep on that. What's the questions look like, Wes? Did we get to the Sugars questions in here? What do we have?
Well, we have a silent producer in the back, so I'm kind of doing the hosting. So we'd have to ask Lozenge Bill Purvis. He's got a sore throat, guys, so he's not on there. But let me go back. It's really just congratulating this punk. Let him know he's kind of a big deal. Not really a whole lot of questions.
Look at that. Man, he's quick on the trigger. No questions. Man, if you got questions, now's the time to ask people.
Well, the thing is we should have done is make sure Eddie was drinking. Eddie gets to drink and he don't give a shit. He just lets stuff go.
Man, we'd have that full wrap. And wait out to the
if you can get him drinking or shit talking, you can get what you want from him.
Man, we should have got it out of him Saturday night. He was into him pretty deep.
Yeah.
I think he gave up the whole profile Saturday night, man.
Oh, they gave you my fucking trailer. Take that.
Little gringo,
everything you need is in there.
Give a shit.
Little Gringo's asking you, did you miss getting a chance to cook pork? Did you miss not getting a chance to cook pork? Excuse me.
Man, I did. I like cooking pork. I like cooking pork, especially in Tennessee at some KCBS World Championship or some shit like that.
Man, everybody gets lucky. Everybody gets lucky, man. I'm telling you.
That's true. You got lucky at the Royal.
Man, I always get lucky at the Royal. Come on.
You got
bro.
lucky in Arkansas.
Man, I got more ribbons than a fucking one of those beauty pageants. Just
Hey,
saying.
did we get to that one? Did you cook everything on the Jambo?
I cooked chicken on a drum.
Chicken on the drum and everything else on the Jambo. Huh?
Yeah, everything else on the Jumbo.
Man, we had another one right here. So Brandon asked, ribs up or down in the wrap?
Meat up for me.
Meat up.
The whole
And
time.
then he also asked, did you
Not
do it in a
flipping.
bowl or in a pan?
The ribs
Yeah.
go in a pan. Brisket goes in a pan. Pork goes in. Everything goes in a pan except chicken.
Hold on a second.
Man,
I've
baby.
heard about these ribs in a pan. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Man, look at the time. Let's go ahead and close her out. What's that music looking like?
Well, hey, whoa. Ribs? Y'all are putting ribs wrapped in a pan or just
Yeah,
ribs in a pan?
Where are you from, bro?
No.
Man, you have the notes. Are you serious?
Dude, I'm on a whole nother set of notes. I think I may
Man,
have gotten
fuck
rid
them
of
10. If you don't remember people, fuck them 10.
No, the 10% discount code is done. This is a new year.
That was
guys.
last year.
I have a new truck. Fuck them 80. Like you're going to give all of it. I need all the money I can get.
He's just looking for revenue. Man, he ain't trying to get greedy.
Oh,
When-
absolutely. That first note's going to hurt.
And when Bill got his chicken walk, I fucking looked at my wife. I said, "Well, shit, there he goes again." And that's what I thought, Bill.
Yeah,
he
wasn't
said it
far off,
earlier.
that's for sure.
He said when he
Yeah.
got that chicken walk, he thought y'all were all in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
thought-
talked
was
to him.
like,
He
fuck.
wasn't. Man, he cooked a good chicken. He just was concerned. He said it was a little. It's a little backyardish, man. I think he kind of KP-fied it a little bit. Is that a word? KP-fied?
It is now.
It is now.
Chicken.
KP chicken. There it is. Hey, it'll get in there. That's what they wanted. They like the flavor.
You do the best, KP. Was he on his game this weekend?
Man, he was. I don't know what they want. You know what? It was good. That shit was good. You know what? But Eddie, he's just gonna have to pay all them taxes. They take most of it. If he gets his check, gonna take 6 months. If he even gets his check, you know what? I ain't gotta worry about it. I'm glad I didn't walk. Man, I wouldn't want to have to pay taxes on those winning. Yeah, I got the whole recap. There's
I don't
a silver
know, Rob.
lining in everything.
How many points do you get for 13th chicken and 11th ribs? Do they go that far down or what do they do?
Man, that's tied with dead last.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I
Man,
thought it
there
was
ain't
at
a
least
check.
20th.
There ain't a check. There ain't a point. Man, might as well never have happened.
You're got to be kidding me. So
Man,
it's only first to 10 get points.
That's
That's
it.
it.
There's 300
Holy
teams.
Shit.
Yeah, man, you're 11th place chicken. Man, it's good for your ego, and that's about it.
Hey, that DAL can pay off the next day, bro.
Man,
Just saying.
DAL is tied with 11th in points. So
That is unbelievable.
yeah.
Okay,
KP5.
interesting.
Stamp it. We're getting shirts made. KP5. Daddy Dutch.
Dude, we've got some of the best little slogans for some shirts. We've got to start doing it.
We do. Man, they're going to be littered. They're going to look like NASCAR with all the sayings on them.
Dude, how many fuck Fred shirts could we get out there?
Fuck, Fred.
Yeah, how many could we litter Texas with for the next cook-off? All right, guys, let me know if you're interested. I'm gonna get a batch made. Tell me what you want on them.
Man, what do you think, Eddie? Man, you got sponsors you want to thank?
Man, Gourmet Wood, Texas Original, Prairie Fresh. About it.
Right on,
He's
man.
not sure.
Right on. Well, shit, it was great having you on. Congrats on the monster win, man. You're hot, man. It
Thanks,
seems like
brother.
every week you're standing on the stage, and man, it's fun to watch. So keep doing it till the wheels fall off, bro.
Appreciate it.
If that
Thank y'all
don't
for
work,
having me.
get a new truck.
Yeah, $80K for the win. And Eddie, I love you, but fuck you too.
Fuck you, Wes.
Hey, appreciate everybody. Before you leave, make sure you like, subscribe, share the page. Appreciate everybody.
You can have whatever you like. Whatever you like.